hitting the live button. We're
Hello.
here, Visionaries Unlimited. Oh my God, exciting, exciting to be sharing this with you. And the topic for today is that not everything that you'll do in your vision will be exciting. And it is kind of the point here where we're just going all in and doing what we love and creating the life of our dream and handling all things possible. Maybe being the one man business kind of vision for the moment and expanding into having business partners and then having a team and employees in the future. There's so much to all of this, my dear visionary. There's so much to all of this. And inevitably, not all of these will be exciting. Last week, I had to, throughout my vision, there were, of course, many different stages. And before coming into the international coaching and before being into building the visionaries community, there were previous stages where I would, I was a yoga teacher and I was a yoga teacher in person in Italy, and I needed a VAT number here in Italy, and therefore, as I needed that, I had to pay taxes and so on and so forth. And my tax guy wouldn't do everything. There were a few things that I had to do. Not exciting at all. So I needed to be doing that, and I needed to be taking care of that myself. That was absolutely not exciting. Even just thinking of the numbers, even just, I mean, he does the actual tax declaration,
Yeah.
but I have to send him still the
All the
invoices.
info. Yeah.
It's like, can you just receive them as people pay? And he said no. And I'm like, okay. So a few years down the road, because taxation works in a certain way and so on and so forth, and this is just to give you an example, I had to collect all the taxes from 2021 because I finally closed in 2021 the actual tax numbers from Italy. But still now, stepping into 2022 second semester, I had to send him some stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I was scrolling through the inboxes, suffering, like, I'm doing this. Okay, I need to send him this invoice. I need to find that invoice. I need to, and I realized, oh, I'm closing this, and so I had to shift the energy. I literally, in a moment, after 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
there was there, oh man, I could be using this time to speak to people that of what I love. I could in so many different ways, and I had to make a mental shift.
Yeah.
That was the actual point. This is the actual point of the topic today. Not everything you'll be doing will be exciting as what you could be doing. But you'll have to do it because you're the owner of your business. You're the captain of your ship and the master
Master
of
of
your
your
soul.
soul.
And like you, that's what you are. That's who you are in this visionary business you're creating. So you need to shift the energy. You need to shift the energy as soon as that comes. Like there's a reason why you're doing it. And I turned myself excited about doing what I was doing because I was suddenly realizing that, oh my God, I'm doing this because I'm closing this chapter. So I was like, woohoo, okay, find this invoice, find that invoice, find that name, find that number. And it was so incredible how my energy just changed. And I started doing that same exact thing with energy, passion, and excitement because that was out of the way. So this is a short, not short introduction uh, to what we're speaking to today. Are there, and I leave it to Maria, are there things I mean, I leave it to you, like this question to you all, and to Maria as well, if she wants to answer the question live in this moment. Are there things that are absolutely not exciting in what you're creating right now that, I mean, those need to be done? And how can you shift the approach to them?
Okay, so welcome everyone. Before I answer that question, I want to say something in connection with what your experience was and what my experience was when I started as an entrepreneur. Taxes and all things administrative are non-exciting to me, clearly. But I realized that the more organized I was, the less I had to suffer when I had to get into these kind of things. And of course, whenever I could afford it, I delegated all these kind of stuff, but at sometimes I couldn't. And it kind of helped me in a huge way to have all my things organized from just an administrative perspective, because the moment that I had to take any action that was non-exciting to me, half of the pressure or stress related to it was reduced just because I had got myself into an organized space. So that was not kind of added to where is this, where is that? I have no idea what to do now, what the next thing is. So things organized, even not being an exciting activity, to me kind of reduced 50% of the resistance that I naturally have towards these things, as so many people. And now getting into the question, I'm actually at this very moment, lately for the last few months, exploring this aspect of one, facing an activity or any kind of action that you don't feel naturally attracted to, and that you have looked within many times and you keep on finding that you're not attracted to. Absolutely. When I have shifted my energy into finding the positive aspects of it, it can just be a neutral experience. Again, like we said, not exciting, but at least not exhausting, just because I'm relating to it in a neutral, to the most neutral level that I can, in terms of psychologically, emotionally, or energetically, just in the best way that I can. And so I'm exploring the parts of the business where you at this very moment cannot delegate, and for the business to keep on running, it has to be done. Someone needs to do it. And it may be you, the person who out of a team happens to, between all or just by yourself, decide, okay, I am going to be the one doing this. So in that case, the most intelligent thing absolutely is to look at it at the most positive way and just get on with it as soon as possible. So that the procrastination that is natural because you don't want to do it, you don't feel attracted to doing it, you cut it short as soon as possible. And it doesn't start dragging you down with other stuff, because that it kind of starts to build up. When I don't want to do something, but I feel that I have to do it, so there's like a force within, and all the things that you were doing in your life start getting kind of affected by this energy of I have to do something that I don't want to do. So pay very much attention to that happening and make the shift as soon as possible, get your hands onto it. And having said that, at the same time, to me, when there are many of these things happening, I kind of, there is a moment where I get blocked.
Okay.
This has been my experience and my observation. So I'm going deeper there to see actually, are there any limits energetically to us? Or can we just go as far as we think life is taking us, or as our mind, or we keep on saying, yes, I can do everything? like the one man orchestra or one woman orchestra thing, which normally happens in the entrepreneurial world in the beginning. Um, like, is there any limit? And if there is, I should definitely find it, of course,
Mhm.
and inform others around me, whether it's my team in the business or within the family, whatever kind of entity you are part of, whether you are interacting with other people and other people are having other roles and actions and all this, relationships.
Mhm.
Inform as soon as possible when you find out that you are at the edge of yourself, and keep on exploring it. Absolutely, where are those limits and where are they coming from?
Beautiful. That's beautiful exploration to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And with that exploration, as you go deep inside of that, what I'd say is, if you find yourself with someone who you believe can listen to you while you get into that exploration, uh, that could be your coach, your mentor, a visionary peer, like we are sort of creating the dynamic
Yes.
of this in our community, in the community. Like, it's opening now in June, so this is really present for us in this very moment. There are things that we would like not to be focusing on personally as individuals, because of course we love the whole of it. We pour love into the whole of the creation of Visionaries as a community, the community that opens in June. But we not necessarily enjoying the tech side of setting up the
Platforms.
features
Yeah.
of, yeah, the platform on Mighty Networks. Not necessarily we, like Maria and I, of course, and then there's Bruno, the other co-founder. Not necessarily we enjoy to be researching on the different hooks and tricks and things to be fixed on a legal uh, perspective, and the contracts to be sent to the visionary community leaders.
Well,
Instead,
Bruno likes that more than we do,
yeah,
absolutely.
exactly. And so, who can you find that would make that lighter? Of course, this could be the topic, and it has been, by the way, from a different angle and perspective. It has been the topic of others talks on this beautifully unscripted Visionaries Unlimited channel.
Channel.
Um, Make sure that whatever you do, you're pouring love into it, and just know that it needs your love. And at a certain point, you'll be delegating it, or it will not be relevant anymore. So you'll stop doing that. But at this very moment, you'll need to be doing that. So be in a conversation, be in an exchange
Support.
about
Yeah.
what's not exciting to you. Because if you're alone thinking about that, if you stay alone in thinking, oh, this doesn't excite me, you might not always be able to pick yourself on that. I mean, I was able to do that at this very moment. I do a lot of self coaching. I have a terrific um, support system, and like with people like Maria, uh, and my coaches, and my own community, like of people that pick on me whenever I get off tune.
Yeah.
Uh, so I do
In
have
this
people,
sense, we are so
community.
abundant in this sense, dear. Like, I'm actually being aware of this. Like, in the level of support that we have from other people, the network that we have created in terms of coaches, mentors, advisors, like, that's wonderful.
Right? It's so powerful. It's so
Yeah.
phenomenal, and you need someone like that. You need
Mm-hmm.
someone like that, because if you're not picking yourself in the moment of, oh my God, I am here. I thought that I gave him all, because you can be as organized as you want, kind of giving it back kind of a little bit to you, like Maria, just playing kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, as organized as you want, but I thought I gave him everything, and he came back to me 6 months later. Hey, I need this stuff to actually close and file taxation whatsoever. Like, oh man, do you really need me to give you that? Okay, I need to go and find it. So have someone that holds your back. Let me repeat that. Please allow us to be that space holder in our community. Join the community. Join our masterminds, where we have this wonderful strengthening relationship building. The masterminds are tonight, Tuesday 31st, 6 p.m. Central European time. It's 2:33 right now, so it is in 3 hours 30 minutes from now.
Yeah.
Be in this exchange. This is all I can give to you. Make sure that you're able to switch from not excited to excited.
Yeah, and it makes a great difference in what I am starting to see in people, from what I had heard from the past decades, like the entrepreneurs having this kind of heavy martyr victimhood of, it has to be done, I have to do it, but then like dragging your life into a business life that's not what you were dreaming of. Like, just because it has to be done, but you don't think of yourself in who can support me, either with the role or with the emotional, psychological aspect of me going through all this stuff. And so I keep on hearing entrepreneurs. Now it's not that common, like you have to work so many hours, you have to do, like, really, I feel the heaviness there. And in some way, it's tricky because some people feel proud of, look how hardworking I am. And I can see that and honor that from one perspective. And from another perspective, I think that there is a veil of that we coming from the 20th century of the hardness of life and this victimhood, like life is hard. Well, there is a reason for that. Of course, I'm not making any fun of that, but like, just start removing all these layers. There's either that we have to do everything by ourselves, or that we have to suffer in our businesses. We have to do things at times that are not exciting and still can get any kind of support that we need. This is how I see that. This is my last contribution today.
Fabulous. So once again, give us what you've got down in the comments. We love you.
Yes.
Stay visionary, and remember, you have a community opening for you, so you just need to tune in with us and and know all about it. There's a challenge coming up next week, all about making your next bold step into your vision, whether you are accomplished or wherever you are. Actually, it's the next bold step, and that's relative to you. And tonight, that's the mastermind. If you want to join it, you'll find the description of this thing, of this video, in a few hours. Peace out and stay visionary.
Take care.